Just past 5 in the morning, the sky over northern Luzon glows with the promise of a new day. Headlines flash, Japanese factories bring new jobs to the north, the hum of engines and shuffle of workers fill the air as the first shift begins. Rows of modern factories now stand where rice fields once stretched endlessly. Yellow buses wind through rural roads, dropping off eager workers at sleek industrial complexes. Highways cut across the countryside, linking remote towns with new economic zones. A sense of hope and opportunity pulses through the region. Northern Luzon, once quiet and pastoral, is now the front page of Asia's economic transformation. Japan was once the workshop of the world. Brands like Toyota, Sony, and Panasonic stood for quality and innovation. Its factories powered not just Japan's growth, but fueled the global economy for decades. But times change. Japan's population is shrinking, and the average age is rising fast. Fewer young people want manufacturing jobs, and older workers retire with few replacements. Factories struggle to stay staffed, and some even close their doors. Automation helps, but robots can't fill every gap. Yet the world still demands Japanese products. The answer, it turns out, lies to the south, in the warm heart of the Philippines. The COVID-19 pandemic changed everything. Suddenly, supply chains snapped like dry twigs. Ships waited offshore, factories shut down, and vital parts were trapped in distant ports. Japanese manufacturers felt the pain acutely. Their just-in-time system, famous for its efficiency, now looked dangerously fragile. When China, Southeast Asia, and other partners closed their doors, Japan's assembly lines ground to a halt. The crisis exposed a hard truth: relying on distant or single-source suppliers is risky. Costs soared. Delivery times stretched from days to months. Customers grew impatient. The world realized how tightly everything was connected. Geopolitical tensions added fuel to the fire. Trade disputes and regional rivalries made it clear that old ways could no longer guarantee stability. Companies saw headlines warning of possible sanctions, tariffs, or even blockades. The need to adapt became urgent, a matter of survival for Japanese industry. Out of this chaos, a new strategy emerged. It was time to rethink where and how things were made. The goal: avoid future shocks, keep factories running, and ensure the world's shelves never run empty again. This would require bold moves, far from home. Diversification became the new watchword. No longer could Japan afford to keep all its eggs in one basket. Companies realized that spreading production across different countries and regions would reduce their risks. If one place faced trouble, another could keep the lines moving. This was not about giving up on Japan. It was about strengthening the whole system. Supply chain experts mapped out new routes and options. They analyzed costs, logistics, talent pools, and infrastructure. The answer was clear: build new factories, but build them wisely, move certain parts of the process abroad where it makes sense, while keeping high-value, sensitive manufacturing at home. This approach also had another benefit. By operating in more places, Japanese firms could serve local markets better. Products could be made closer to customers, reducing shipping times and costs. Factories in different time zones could work around the clock, making companies more agile and responsive. Diversification is about resilience. It means being ready for whatever comes next: pandemics, natural disasters, or political storms. For Japanese manufacturers, it is a way to stay strong in a world that is always changing. Northern Luzon, with its promise and potential, fit this plan perfectly. Northern Luzon's geography is a gift. Wide plains and gentle hills offer plenty of space for new factories and warehouses. Unlike crowded industrial zones in other parts of Asia, there is room to grow and, plan for the future. Developers quickly noticed the land's potential. Infrastructure projects have transformed the region. New highways and expressways now connect industrial parks to major cities and ports. The Subic and Laoag ports provide fast shipping routes to Japan, China, and the rest of Asia. Clark International Airport adds another vital link for air cargo and executive travel. Power, water, and communications are reliable and expanding. Government incentives make it easier for foreign companies to set up shop. Special economic zones offer tax breaks and streamlined permits. The region's leaders are eager to welcome partners with open arms. Northern Luzon is not just a place, it is a platform. It offers Japanese manufacturers the chance to build state-of-the-art facilities with room for innovation. The promise of growth is real, visible in every new road and rising factory wall. One of Northern Luzon's greatest treasures is its people. The region's workforce is young, energetic, and, really eager to learn. Every year, colleges and technical schools graduate thousands of students trained in engineering, electronics, and modern manufacturing techniques. These young Filipinos bring fresh ideas and a willingness to work hard. English is widely spoken and understood, which makes training, supervision, and global business communication smooth and efficient. Japanese managers find it easy to build teams and explain complex processes. Workers are quick to adapt, with many already experienced in electronics, automotive, and high-tech assembly. Wages in the Philippines are lower than in Japan, but the quality of work remains high. This creates a win-win for both employers and employees. Japanese companies invest in training programs and skill upgrades, ensuring that workers stay ahead of industry trends. The workforce is the beating heart of Luzon's transformation. As factories fill with life, young people see a future in their own hometowns. It is a powerful change, keeping talent close to home and fueling dreams of success on both sides of the partnership. The arrival of Japanese factories has changed daily life in many towns. New jobs appear almost overnight. Families who once sent relatives abroad now find opportunities just down the road. Local businesses, restaurants, transport companies, suppliers enjoy a surge in customers and contracts. Young graduates stay home, joining parents and siblings in the region's growing industries. Schools adapt their programs to meet the needs of Japanese employers. Healthcare, housing, and public services expand to keep up with rising demand. Prosperity spreads, touching lives in ways both big and small. Inside the factories, cultures mix and learn from each other. Japanese discipline and attention to detail blend with Filipino warmth and flexibility. Team-building events, language classes, and cultural exchanges become part of daily life. Respect and collaboration are the foundation of success. The transformation is visible everywhere. Streets are busier, shops are fuller, and the hope for a better future is stronger than ever. Northern Luzon is not just hosting new industries, it is shaping them, with a unique blend of tradition and innovation. With growth come challenges. Land use is a sensitive issue. Farmland and forests must be protected even as factories rise. Local leaders and companies face tough choices about zoning and development. Environmental groups raise concerns about pollution, waste, and water use. Careful planning is essential. Japanese companies are known for strict standards and clean technology. Many bring green solutions, from recycling programs to energy-efficient buildings. Still, oversight is vital. Governments, businesses, and communities must work together to set clear rules and enforce them. Transparency helps build trust. Community meetings, public hearings, and environmental impact assessments keep everyone informed. Problems are addressed early, before they become crises. In the best cases, industry and nature thrive side by side. Responsible growth is not just possible, it is necessary. The future depends on making smart, sustainable choices. Only then can Northern Luzon remain a model for others to follow. This shift is not the end of Japanese manufacturing at home. Instead, it is a new beginning. Advanced research, design, and high-tech work will stay in Japan, keeping its edge alive. But certain processes, assembly, parts production, logistics move abroad, where they can be done efficiently and honestly, more flexibly. Northern Luzon is now a vital link in a global chain. Factories here support not just Japanese companies, but world markets. The partnership between Japan and the Philippines grows deeper, built on trust, shared goals, and mutual respect. Resilience is the key word. By spreading risk, investing in people, and protecting the environment, both countries create a future that is stronger and more secure. The lessons of the past, pandemics, shortages, and shocks, have shaped a smarter path forward. As the sun sets over Luzon, machines still hum, and workers head home with pride. The story of Japanese manufacturing is not finished. It is evolving, one sunrise, one partnership, one new opportunity at a time.